Hi guys. So I wanted to kind of follow the theme of my last video. And so I was getting a lot of questions about hormones when I posted my last video. And so I thought that I would do a good old-fashioned HRT hormone update. And so that is what we're gonna do today. And so let's get right into it. I have been on hormones and hormone blockers for 6 years now, which is absolutely crazy. But here we are, 2 D cups later, and no, but like legitimately, I'm gonna get into all of the facts about the experiences with hormones, getting on hormones, how long you have to stay on hormones, the results that I got, how long it took me to get those results. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about all of that today. So stay tuned and let's get to it. So the first thing I want to do is just kind of touch base on where I've been since I posted my last hormone update video. My last hormone update video was when I was 17 years old. I was 9 months on hormones, like barely on hormones. I was using tape and sticky bras underneath my armpits to pull the skin from underneath my armpits over to make it look like I had cleavage. And now I just I have breasts fully. But in that video, I had tape and sticky bras pushing together my skin to make it look like I had cleavage. But now I have actual breast tissue, a lot of it, thanks to my family's genetics. We have really good genetics. We just have really big breast genetics in my family. So I lucked out. And so, yeah, so a lot has changed since then. So initially I was taking 4 milligrams of estradiol or estrase, whichever generic or brand name, it's just estrogen. And I was on a puberty blocker called Depo-Lupron, and it was an implant in my arm. And you can see the scar from it right there. And I had to have that implant replaced twice because it only lasts for a year and a half. And that implant is the option that they usually give to trans people that transition earlier, like before surgery. A lot of people on YouTube that transition male to female, you hear them being on estradiol and spironolactone as a testosterone blocker. And spironolactone is really helpful in blocking testosterone, but the issue with it is that it is a blood pressure medication, I believe, or something along those lines, that has a side effect of lowering testosterone. So it doesn't really do the job as well, you know? And so I started my transition when I was 14, and so I was put on puberty blockers. So it completely stopped the mechanism in my brain that told my body to produce testosterone. And so it completely stopped that. And so I was on the implant and estradiol for the entire time until I had my SRS. And for those of you who don't know, SRS stands for sexual reassignment surgery. And when I had my sexual reassignment surgery, they obviously remove the testicles in MTF trans people. And so when you lose your testicles, you no longer have any organs in your body that produce testosterone at all. And so they also removed my implant while I was under for that surgery. And so now I only have to take estradiol. And I got a comment on my last video asking, like, what is the point of taking hormones after your SRS? And that I remember they said something along the lines of that thinking that hormone therapy is a myth, and that trans women are wasting their money on pills that aren't doing anything. And I totally understand that comment, but I wanted to address it a little bit more in depth in this video. So when you have your SRS, your surgery, and you no longer have any organs in your body that produce sex hormones, you have to take hormones, you have to take estrogen for the rest of your life, because if you do not, then eventually your organs will start to shut down and you will die. But regardless of just life maintenance and living, there is a lot of reasons to continue taking hormones for the physical effects after your surgery too. Something really interesting that my therapist explained to me after I had my surgery was that even though I was on the puberty suppressing implant, which does a really good job of completely eliminating testosterone, but there is still trace amounts of it. Like, it doesn't completely eliminate it. And so in a way, the artificial estrogen pills that you're taking are fighting with the testosterone that your body naturally makes. Even though it's suppressed, it's still kind of fighting a little bit. And so that estrogen is kind of fighting to push it back down. And you're not getting as many physical results or effects of the estrogen because the estrogen is fighting so hard to block the testosterone. But when you completely eliminate the testosterone from your body with the surgery, then you just have the estrogen. And so all of the effects like breast development, hip development, like fat redistribution, the lightening of facial hair, etc., was all of that was turbocharged after my surgery. So when I had my surgery, my hormones started going into effect like crazy. I went up 2 cup sizes in like a month without gaining weight anywhere else. My breasts developed more full. I know a lot of my transgender friends who are similar to me complain about their breasts like looking pointy and not fully rounded and fully developed. And that is really common amongst trans women, because when we take hormones, it's usually the case that our bodies have already gone through a form of puberty. And so when we take these hormones, our breasts don't fully develop as much as a cisgender female's breasts would develop during puberty. And so we end up with some breast tissue that doesn't look fully developed. It looks kind of like pointy or just kind of odd in some people's opinion. And after my surgery, the pointy look of them and everything completely went away. They completely developed, they completely rounded out. And I noticed so many more effects. Like, I noticed like my hair texture changed so much. It got so much softer and finer and shinier after my surgery. I noticed that my hips and my butt grew a lot, really, really fast. Like my breasts and my butt grew so fast after my surgery that I got like stretch marks, like in a pattern. Like my entire butt and my entire breasts looked like a chevron pattern of like red stretch marks for a couple months. And now they're for the most part completely gone. Like, I don't know how my skin did it, but we bounced back and we're here. But that is when I really just kind of noticed like the biggest effects. And so I'm going to move the camera a little bit and just get up so I can show you guys like a body, like a view of my body and the shape and everything, if I can. So these are the physical changes that I've noticed since taking my hormones. My hips used to be completely flat, like just straight down, like from right here to here, and like there's none of this. I currently am struggling really bad with eating, and so I have lost about 20 pounds. I normally am a D cup. Right now I am a small C, but I normally am a D cup. None of my bras fit me right now because they are all too big, because I've lost a lot of weight, but unintentionally I'm working on it. It's a process, but those are the physical changes that I have experienced in the last 6 years taking hormones. After about 4 years, after about 4 years is when I noticed the majority of the changes. And the remainder of those years and the years to come is mainly just for maintenance, like daily life, living so that I have hormones in my body to function my organs. And so I do get regular blood tests to test my hormone levels. I have not been put on progesterone, but I am looking into that. But I do know that a lot of people have reported in the past when taking progesterone with HRT that it causes severe depression episodes for people who are prone to anxiety and depression. And I am majorly prone to anxiety and depression. So it is something that I'm still contemplating after 6 years. I've been contemplating it for 6 years because it is a really big risk for me about how it could affect me mentally. And so that is a concern for me that I'm going to continue having conversations with my doctors about. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on here, just kind of vent. I wanted it to be very raw and very real and very unedited, just very like me sitting and talking to you and explaining to you like what I've experienced and the things that I've had to do to get to the place that I am now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out and helps get the video out there more. Subscribe if you like this video. I'm definitely going to be uploading a lot more. And if you guys could leave me a comment if you have any questions, or if you have any video recommendations or a topic that you guys would like me to address, then I would absolutely love that. That would help me out so much. So I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.